Hey guys, welcome to our class, Starrskye Art Studios. Thank you guys for joining me today. We are going to be working on our family Peeps. Chilling with my peeps, because that's what we've been doing these days, right? So I'm going to take you guys step by step through each process, and we're going to go ahead and paint together. So let's go over what came in your kit first. So you guys can see we've got paints, we've got black, we've got white, we've got this light blue, we've got a darker blue, a yellow, and a pink. We've got our peep cutout. That guy came on the kit. And we've also got our word cutouts, which we're gonna go ahead and glue when we're finished with our painting. Okay? And we also should have two paintbrushes. This one is called a flat paintbrush because, as you can see, it's flat. Flat bristles, okay? And then we've got our round, which is for our detail work. And you guys also are gonna get a thing of glue. Don't mix it up with your white paint. It's the same color as the white, but it's gonna be in a larger cup, okay? Here are some things that you're going to need that did not come in your kit, okay? So we have a cup of water. This is a jar, so you guys can see. That's an old glass jar that I have, but you can use a cup, a jar, whatever you have on hand. Grab it and put some water in it because you're gonna need that. You're also going to need some paper towels. I usually grab about 2 or 3, put it down. And I have this here. This is a paper plate that I cut up, and I use it for mixing up my colors. Because when you want to get a lighter color, you're going to need to go ahead and mix. So that's what I have this here for, just in case I need to go ahead and mix anything. Okay? And once you guys have all of your materials all together, parents, I definitely suggest probably getting something to cover up the table. This little mat that I have behind me is covering up my table to protect it. And then we're gonna go ahead and get started, okay guys? So what you wanna do first is take your peep cutout, and we're going to go ahead and place it however many peeps. Now remember, this is a peep cutout, so you can place as many peeps as you want on here. I found that you can fit up to 6 going across and hopping. But I have 4 people in my family, so I did one where there's 4 people. Well, 4 peeps. 4 peeps. So what you're gonna do is take your peep and you're gonna trace it. Okay guys, so once you grab your pencil, which you need to go ahead and trace your peep cutout, you're going to find the middle of your canvas and lightly trace your cutout. And you want to do it light because we want to make sure that we can cover it up with our paint. This is just our guideline. And if you need to tape it down for some more stability, that is always a great idea. I think I'm going to do 3 this time. Okay guys, once you have your peeps traced, what you're gonna go ahead and work on now is the background. So this is when you get into painting. So you're gonna take your flat brush, and I had done the background in this light color. And you just wanna go ahead and paint the entire background, and don't paint inside your peeps. We're gonna leave them white, okay? So what's a good idea sometimes is to kind of go around it and kind of trace a little bit so you have an outline, and that way you can just go ahead and paint the rest of the parts. You don't need to load up your brush too much. You guys always want to make sure you have basically a thin layer of paint on your brush, because you can always dip back in, okay? So now what you want to get to is our bunnies. So inside of our bunnies, we're going to be painting them some different colors. So I've seen Peeps that have yellows, they have blues, they have purples, they have light pinks, dark pinks. So you guys can do whatever color you like. I have a couple of color combinations here, and I'm just going to show you guys right now. You can grab your palette, because I'm going to be mixing some lighter colors. So I wanted to make like a light pink bunny. So I'm going to be taking my dark pink and my white, and I'm going to be making that color for my light pink. And I'm going to take a little bit of it on my brush, because I want to keep that color there. I just want to take a little bit out and mix it up, right? So I'm wiping this off as best I can. I'm gonna wash that brush out, and then I'm gonna stick it into my white, and I'm gonna grab some white. Grab some white, pick it up with the brush, see? The kind of like a thick layer. And you mix it together on the palette until you get the color that you want. And I think I'm happy with that color. And remember, guys, what did I say about the paint? A little goes a long way. So I think we should be able to paint the entire bunny with that. So we're gonna start putting it over here. And again, you wanna use your flat brush, guys. You guys want to pick up some more paint as you need it. And see, guys, I had messed up a little bit on the top there. I'm just fixing my bunny's ear right there. And acrylic paint, which is a really good advantage of this one, it dries really fast. So you can go ahead and get as close as you can on your edges there. And I'm going to change colors, and I think I'm going to go with a yellow. So we've got our yellow pea. The next one, I think I'm gonna make it a light blue. So I'm gonna grab my palette again, and I'm just gonna mix probably over here. So I'm gonna grab some of my blue. Just probably the same procedure. Just some blue. Stick it on the palette, and we're gonna rub that in there. Really good. Wash that brush off. And you're gonna go into the white. Mix that together until you get that blue that you want. I think I'm happy with that blue. That looks pretty awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start going in. So since you guys are at home, you want to make sure that everything has had a chance to dry. It is important that our layers are dry before we start on another layer, because if the bottom layer is not dry, then our top layer is not going to go on very well, and it's also going to mix with our bottom layer. So that's how we're going to get some mixed colors. So right now, at this point, I want you guys to take a moment, go get some juice, go get a snack, kind of hang out with your family, and then come back probably in 10 minutes and it is going to be dry. Your first peep is going to be dry, okay? Because if you look at your outside that you colored first, it's pretty dry, but you see there's still some parts that are going to be a little bit wet, but right here it's dry. I touched it and it's dry. So you guys can always, here's a trick if you want to know if it's dry as well. It's always going to be shiny when it's not dry. So if you hold it up to the light and kind of move it around a little bit, you'll be able to see the parts that are shiny are not dry. It's still wet paint. So like I said, take some time to go ahead and go and grab a snack and get some juice. And then when you come back, check and see if your painting is dry at this moment, okay? Okay guys, so we are back after it has dried. Our peeps are definitely dry, as you can see. So we're gonna go ahead and get started personalizing each one. Okay, so on my first one, my pink one, I'm gonna do a flower crown. So you guys can sit here and watch. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my detail brush and I'm gonna dip into my white paint. So for my flower crown, it goes basically across the top of the head, but with the white, you're gonna wanna make some leaves, maybe some swirlies, just to kind of look like a flower. And the reason why we're putting this down in white, guys, is because we're gonna go back over with actual color on it, and it'll pop out really good, because if we went over with our color for this, it wouldn't show up. We want it to show up, right? Grab some more white. And it's really just a lot of shapes. Again, guys, you want to put like kind of like flower shapes in here. I said swirls, leaves. Make sure you go all the way across the head. Remember what I told you guys about layers? So that's my flower crown on my pink one. On my yellow, I think I want to give my yellow a bow tie. So I'm just going to dip into my blue. And I'm going to just make a triangle shape. That's one triangle, and we're gonna have a little circle in the middle, and then another triangle on the other side. Remember guys, remember what I said about layers? So this is my first layer. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna go back over and we're gonna perfect that, okay? So we want this layer to dry though. Okay, and on my light blue bunny, I think I want to give that bunny some glasses. Or some shades, actually. So I love how the round shades look, so I'm going to dip into my black. Again, we're taking our detail brush again. Dipping into our black. And shades, they are any shape, honestly. You guys can do square shades, you can do triangle shades, but I really am partial to the circular shades. And you guys want to put these where you think the bunny, well, where the bunny's eyes are. Make them nice and round. And then you want to put a line right in between to connect our shades, and we're going to let that guy dry. So now we're going to go back to our flower crown. And we're going to put the color in there. So I'm dipping into just the regular pink. I'm going to put that in there on top of where we put the white. And you can make all your flowers the same color, or you can have different colors in there. I think I'm gonna have some different colors in there. Dip into the yellow, put some yellow in there. And I'm gonna show you guys how to mix, or what to mix. I'm sure you guys know, but what to mix up so that you can get green. Put some yellow in here. And the yellow really pops on top of the white. So in order to get green, we are mixing our blue and our yellow. Okay, you guys grab your palette, take some blue, take some yellow, mix that together on your palette. Took some yellow. I'm gonna go ahead and wash my brush out and grab some blue. Go ahead and mix that together until you guys get that green. And you can see, I'm starting to get a green over here. And I don't really like this green because it's a little dark. So what we're gonna also do is we're gonna go ahead and take some white. So get this off of here. Let's grab some white. Mix that in there until I get the light green, kind of like a spring green is what I call it. Oh, okay, I think I got that color. That's the one that I wanted. It's that light green. You guys can put that couple of leaves everywhere or anywhere, wherever you want. I put a couple in there. And I think I'm gonna take some light blue because I still have some on my palette after I mixed. I think I'm gonna take some light blue and put it in my flower crown too. Touches of maybe light blue, maybe some dots in there, just for some color. And that looks like a really gorgeous flower crown. Now what we want to do is put our Peeps faces in. So we're going to take the black. And Peeps have a really super simple face. They just have two eyes and a nose. So you want to take your detail brush and kind of wipe it on the side a little bit so that you don't have as much paint on your brush, so that all you have is just right at the tip. And it's two eyes. And a nose. And that's our Peeps face. You want to do them on each one. Except for our sunglasses, because our eyes are kind of covered. So we're going to come in and we're going to just make a nose for this guy. And perfect it. Make sure you can go back in, make it nice and round. And then don't forget our gentleman with the bow tie. Want to go back in and give him another layer of paint. See how nice and vibrant our bow tie is now. A nice, beautiful, bright blue. Because we went in and we layered it all over again. That looks awesome. So you guys also want to add a highlight on our glasses bunny. So you dip into your white. And you're just going to take a line. It's just going to be a line right on the side of our bunny's glasses, just like that. Just a highlight. The glasses are nice and shiny. Okay guys, so now for our close to final step. So now we're gonna go ahead and add our words. Okay, so what you wanna do is take your word cutouts, because these are just like paper, the cardstock, and you wanna dip into your glue, and you wanna put your glue on the back of your words. As you guys can see, I lost my eye. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is improvise and go ahead and write in my own eye. So if you guys lose any letters, because it happens, you can go ahead and put in your own letters. And don't forget your dots at the top of your Chillin. I'm trying to make those look cool with that. And finally, when you guys are done with the painting, so that everybody knows who did it, you always have to sign it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do mine in pink. And that is your finished painting. Good job, guys.